had a spinal cord injury, now he's tetraplegic. And he, and we want him to go into long sitting. We have the technique we have to use, just like you saw in the video. So James, the first thing he would do is lift his head up, because where the head goes, the body follows, right? And so that's going to be the first step in getting him into that sitting position. And then we'll have James put his hands under his hips for stability. So he's going to throw his arms. Good. And he's going to try to get him under his bum for stability. Now what James is going to do is he's going to dig his elbows into the mat. So he's going to dig elbows into the mat. He's pressing down. He doesn't have tricep if he is like a C5. And now that he's digging in, he's going to dig in and start to pull. He's going to start to dig in. Good. He's going to unweight. So he's going to lean to one side. And actually, he's being pretty stiff. He's going to actually throw his head. So stop raising the James. Good. So when he throws his head towards me, he's unweighting this side. So his head will shift towards me, and he's unweighting that side, and he'll go the other direction. And as he's doing that, he's pulling, right? He's digging in and shifting. And as he shifts, he's using his deltoids to help get him into an upright position. Keep going, James. Now that he's in this position, he's going to throw his arms so he can get himself up further. So he's going to lean towards me and unweight this side, and he's going to throw the arm back. So he's using deltoid to throw the arm. Good. Now he's going to unweight by shifting his head this way. He's going to throw his head. When he throws his head, where the head goes, the body follows. Throwing his head in this direction, he's going to unweight. Good. Now he's in a little bit of a better position. Now he can walk his arms forward. So he's going to use the unweighting to bring his arms closer to his body. So he's going to shift his head that way, unweight and pull. Good. And keep going. I'll go this way. And again, until he gets in a position that he wants to get in. For us, it looks much more contrived than it does a person who's really having to do it, like we saw in some of the videos. So now he's in a position where he can actually let gravity pull him towards his lower extremities, and he can prop on his trunk. Okay. So now James is in a position where he can dress. You saw one gentleman prop himself on the headboard. You saw another guy prop himself on his over his pelvis. To dress, we'll make sure everything's nearby. And James, you can bring your arms forward. So he's using his deltoids and shoulder flexion, right? So he has bicep. So we know he has shoulder, he has some elevation, he has some shoulder flexion, he has bicep to help dress. Now he's going to bring his leg up to his body, and the way he's going to do that is he's going to have to come under the leg to pull it forward. So he's using he's going to relax the muscle. Extension is going to happen as a result of that. He's going to use bicep to grab the arm to pull it up to his body. Good. Now he's got his leg ready. He's going to need to get his material. So he can hook. He can slide. There are gloves that have, they're tacky gloves, which are good for people who like to drag or like to use palms to move fabric around. So you don't have any pinch, mister?
I'm sorry.
It's hard not to use it. So he's going to drag the material towards him. He can use both hands together to get it to him. He's using bicep to bring the material to him. And he can go inside the pant leg with his palm. When he's in this position, this is not active, but gravity's pulling him, he can use his thumbs to hook, because now gravity's got him in a position where he can use them to hook. But again, we're not protecting your thumb when we do that, but you use what you've got, what you have. Getting it all ready, using bicep. If he's a C5, he does not have wrist, right? Does not have tricep. We have bicep. And we have some shoulder, right? So deflection. We have elevation. Okay, good. Now he might need to bring it back up again. Unless he, can you reach it, James?
My leg.
Can you reach your foot to get your pant leg over? So gravity would be pulling him. He really wouldn't have that much control. Okay. I've never seen anybody do it quite like that with their hands open, but James is trying his best. So typically you would see a lot of moving like this, of moving the fabric forward using like the hand that's already in a flex position. So he would gradually pulling it up. James, you might need to go under with this hand.
Like this.
Yeah. So he's not using tricep, he's letting gravity pull him into extension. All right, good. Now let's put that leg down. We're going to just scoop it. Good. We're going to move our fabric around so we can get ready for the next one. Good job, James. We're going to scoop the other leg and bring it up. When you get on top of your fabric, you're going to have to move it again. So, because you're going to bring that leg across your body.
How's that?
There you go.
This way. Okay.
Okay, let's just grab that leg and bring it up.
Okay.
All right. You gotta get your fabric over that leg. So we're gonna do a lot of scooping. We can claw, we can drag, we can bring our arms together. All right, let's see how James does. And he doesn't have active finger extension.
He does today.
That was
Got it, bud?
I'm trying to.
Now, of course, he would have impaired balance and likely would have already fallen over or would have had to have reached back to stabilize himself as a C5. Okay, James, you're doing good, bud. You might want to uncross your legs now and it'll be a little bit easier. There you go.
Okay.
Okay. You notice the other guy went between the crotch and pulled up. You know, just kind of
Used
was
the
using
fabric.
Yeah. All right, now, for some folks, they will unweight again. They'll throw his head in this direction and weight this side to get their hands in the pants to pull them up. You saw that on the video, right? That's one way of doing it. One way you didn't see is, James, can you go ahead and let yourself lie back down so you're going to kind of, there you go, stabilize yourself with your arms because he doesn't have any trunk control. So he can walk himself back and let himself lie down. So, okay.
It's fine.
So another thing James can do is he can go into prone. I want you guys to try it because it's really tiring. And so James is going to unweight and throw himself in one direction. Now he's prone, and if these were a little higher, and if he didn't have pants on, thanks so much, buddy. You wouldn't be doing that. So he can reach back and scoop the pants to pull them up. There you go. So that's another way of getting the pants over the hips. Takes more work, but some people may choose to do it that way. And then James can get himself back into a supine position. So he could also, yeah. It's like, there, I'm done. And so typically buttons and zippers may not be
The best.
chosen. Okay, all right, get yourself back into your position. Over your shirt. Just scoot back a little bit. Okay, James. So hopefully he would have pull-up pants on. If not, he may have to use adaptive equipment to get the zippers and buttons done. All right. Because this is not James' shirt, we're not going to have him bite the material, but he could. He could bring it up to himself and use his teeth to open. Again, we're going to dress the lower body first because of the impact of the fabric on the upper body. So James is going to, again, use dragging and clasping with wrist and using fists to come under the fabric. He can use thumb. Remember, he is C5. He doesn't have anything here, nothing in the hands, but if his hand is in a position where he can hook, because of gravity pulling it, he could dress like so. And so he's going to go kind of back and forth using active bicep and passive movement from gravity pulling into extension. So hard not to use your body naturally when you're practicing this. The experience is good because you get the feeling of how much energy is used and the skill required to do it. Now, again, he would be propping himself on his body, and as he moves, he might have to reach out and stabilize himself using shoulder movement. Good. You're doing good, James.
Try.
And then you can grab the neck hold. You can do that from the outside or the inside. It doesn't have any fingers to grasp. Try to find the hole. Like, where's my head? Sure. There it is. He could hook. He could hook. And he's likely going to bend down into it because of his trunk stability issues.
Face plant.
It doesn't have extension. All right, so let's bring your fist under your shirt and pull it down. You can use both if needed. And if you didn't have another shirt on with this, it would definitely fall better. So we might have to go down each side. There you go. The further to the side you go, the more fabric we're going to get down in the back. And he's dressed. Voila. You tired? Okay. So again, we think about how would he undress? Carefully, right?
Yes.
Are you tired?
A little bit. It's not a work.
It's a lot of work. You tend to get really up when you're doing it. So, as he undresses, again, he can use his teeth. He can use the pulling motions. You want to try to get your shirt off?
Okay, I'll do that.
Can you come under the shirt? It's so funny, Kim had a really clingy, stretchy shirt on, and she got in it and couldn't get out of it.
Is this when you could prop on an elbow to bend it?
I'm sorry.
Like when you're trying to undress?
This?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm like, what I'm picturing is like how, because if you need, but you have your bicep to flex.
He has biceps.
Biceps
He
and
can
shoulder.
flex, yeah. He could flex
Okay.
his arm.
Flex
He
it.
could flex. He just can't extend, so he could help push it out. And
'Cause-
he would pull. Yeah, try now. Try see if you can get it over your head, James.
Almost.
Then
He
it
would
goes
respond
plan.
according to his muscles, right? Okay, good enough. All right, you get the idea?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's get into pairs, and we have 4 people in PT, and we can have two pairs in here.